Have you ever wondered how a guy who worked in a video store ended up turning the world of cinema upside down?
Film directors do not get better as they get older.
Welcome to the wild, bloody, and super stylish world of Quentin Tarantino.
Why the need for so much gruesome, graphic violence? Why not let us imagine
Because it's so much fun, Chan. Get it?
By the end of this video, you'll see why Hollywood will never be the same again. And if you want to know how Tarantino convinced Uma Thurman to star in Kill Bill, then keep on watching.
He's killing me.
Yeah.
He's killing me. But you know, he also created like the best role I've ever had.
Tarantino burst onto the movie scene with Reservoir Dogs in 1992, changing the game from day one.
What the fuck was I talking about?
But what makes Quentin Tarantino such an influential filmmaker? Let's find out.
It's like a reward.
Tarantino's dialogues are arguably his strongest suit.
I mean, my characters like to talk. They sure do.
All of which are written by Tarantino himself and are always initially done by hand and then typed up into a script.
Do you write longhand still, or?
Absolutely.
You do? Why?
Can't write poetry on the computer, man. I print up every page as I finish.
Oh, okay.
Tarantino proved something very important. Dialogue-driven films can be box office hits.
Konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa. Please repeat.
And this is because his dialogues aren't just people talking, it's an art form.
What about you, Peggy Sue?
I'll have the Durward Kirby burger.
His characters talk about the most mundane things in the most interesting ways. For example, here in Pulp Fiction, Vincent and Jules become real and relatable after a seemingly pointless chat about McDonald's.
You know what they call a quarter pounder with cheese in Paris?
They don't call it a quarter pounder with cheese?
Oh man, they got the metric system. They wouldn't know what the fuck a quarter pounder is.
These conversations do more than just entertain. They build character and tension.
Per cortesia, me lo ripeti ancora.
Gorlami.
Mi scusi, con me?
Gorlami.
Another example is here in Reservoir Dogs, where in the opening scene, there's a whole discussion about tipping, which sets the tone for the rest of the film and reveals the personalities of each character.
Come on, throw in a buck.
I don't tip.
You don't tip?
No, I don't believe in it.
You don't believe in tipping?
Tarantino's knack for turning normal chit-chat into something entertaining and engaging has changed how writers approach character development. His influence is everywhere, in The Social Network, through Aaron Sorkin's witty and sharp dialogue.
Cameron Winklevoss.
Hi.
Tyler Winklevoss.
You guys related?
It's good. Funny. I've never heard that before.
The Guardians of the Galaxy and James Gunn's screenplay that mixes action with funny and heartfelt banter.
Hey, that's how eyesight works, you stupid raccoon. Don't call me a raccoon! I'm sorry. I took it too far. I meant trash panda.
Or in Seven Psychopaths and the darkly comedic dialogue that gives depth to its characters.
Put your hands up. No.
What?
I said no.
Why not?
I don't want to.
Tarantino is without a doubt the inspiration behind so many different movies. He's proved to the world time and time again that you don't need a big budget or massive action scenes to create a hit.
Buongiorno.
His honesty and transparency is also admirable. What I love about Tarantino, besides his passion for what he does, is his authenticity. He's exactly the kind of person that today's woke culture so badly needs. Someone who's not afraid to speak their mind, no matter how controversial they might be.
Do not ask me a question like that. I'm not biting. I refuse your question.
Why?
Because I refuse your question. I'm not your slave and you're not my master.
His use of the N-word in his movies has always been a topic of debate. Should he be allowed to use them? Should he not be allowed? Well, this is what he has to say about that.
I don't think anybody is actually going out there saying that we use the word more excessively than it was used in 1858 in Mississippi. And if that's not the case, then they can shut up. It's my job to tell the truth.
I don't understand why they can't look at his work and realize that every character he's ever given me has pretty much been the smartest character in the film. And for him to write characters like that for me would be impossible for a racist to do.
His transparency in the face of criticism is extremely rare in Hollywood.
What's going on here? Put that down. What's going on here? What are you doing?
What are you doing? Do you not talk to me?
He doesn't try to fit into a mold. Instead, he stays true to his vision and tells the story he wants to tell the way he wants to tell them.
We're talking about one effing theater. They are going out of their way to fuck me. Then let all the entertainment reporters call up Disney as of now and ask for their comments about their extortionist practices.
He's such an unconventional and interesting character. He was so passionate about Kill Bill, specifically Uma Thurman's character, that he waited for over 6 years to start filming.
Get even? Even Steven?
He wasn't going to make the movie without Thurman, so he respected her schedule and life events, including her pregnancy, and waited until she was ready to take on the role. He sent her handwritten letters and random gifts like a samurai sword, inscribed with a message encouraging her to take on the role.
Wiggle your big toe.
Another unique aspect of Tarantino's style is his use of non-linear storytelling. His influence can be found in Memento, Inception, Arrival, Westworld, Donnie Darko, Atlanta, and more recent projects like Kaleidoscope on Netflix. Non-linear storytelling is becoming more and more popular and more engaging for viewers.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Is that the way you say it? That's a bingo.
The next key element of Tarantino's style is the way he incorporates music. His soundtrack game is unmatched, with carefully chosen songs that enhance the mood and elevate the storytelling. From the iconic opening soundtrack in Pulp Fiction, to Stuck in the Middle with You in Reservoir Dogs, his soundtracks set a new standard for how music can and really should be used in film. We see his influence again in the Guardians of the Galaxy, Baby Driver, Suicide Squad, Kick-Ass, The Wolf of Wall Street, Kingsman, Deadpool, and so many more movies.
He gonna stay in the big house? Steven, he's a slaver. It's different. In the big house. Well, you got a problem with that?
Tarantino has been making movies for over 30 years, and he has one last project that he wants to make to finish off strong as a filmmaker.
What is this nonsense about you're only going to make one more movie?
Well,
come on.
Look,
It was reported that he was working on his last project called The Movie Critic, but apparently that's no longer the case and that he may be moving on to something new. But who knows when or if we will ever get another Tarantino movie again.
Does he insist on every word being just the way he wrote it?
But that's what you want. You want a director who, even if you're going off the cliff, you know that you're going off the fucking cliff.
But don't you want the freedom to also kind of add your twist?
Not with him.
Would you work with Quentin Tarantino again, or is it just too goddamn...
1,000 times.
Oh, you would?
But one thing we know for certain is that regardless of what people might think or say about Tarantino, his influence and legacy will live on.
So you know she's not just a guy from around here. You're actually a paparazzi guy? Nah, I can't do it.
Yeah, you know you can do it.
Yeah, because you're filming.
Yeah.
But if that was off, I'd be whipping your ass up and down this street.